This shit ain't fucking wet. Even if it is, it'll be all right for the most part. Chilling out there, man. It was good to chop it up with people, man. Always good to, I ain't seen a lot of people in a long time, so it's a real good thing. I was sitting there hanging out, a couple people the other day. Oh shit, this shit better be on. It's the best connection I can get is right here, man. I'll go back to square one every now and again. I hit that square one, right over here. Get back to basics, man. Get back to base right here, man. This is where we spend a lot of time in the summer. Whether we were on this side over here, whether we're over there, over here, don't matter. Just make sure that we're back square one, making shit happen. I've been thinking a lot about this line randomly. Count Base D said, a lot of people not gonna like you. Don't feed the hand that bites you. I was like, wait a minute. I'm aware of that. Matter of fact, while we at it, let me hit him with this, man. Hit him with this. Somebody got a game going on. Shit, any duration, really. Just come through and kick it, man. It's been windy the past couple days, man. We'll see how long I end up lasting doing this shit. Just posting up for a bit. See how long I end up lasting doing this shit, man. We'll see what I end up doing. I feel like people have been tapping in with the the lives here and there. And they don't owe me nothing, just they ain't gotta pay me no mind either. I've been going on a couple of channels, like sometimes there's some subscriber only channels, I should say, excuse me. And I just be in there chilling. It'd be people just doing music and stuff like that. So we don't got nothing going on here. But I need to remember to just, despite putting the name before or after, despite figuring out the name before or after, I always got to put the name of the day in the live chat, time of day. It's afternoon right now. It's the amount of time that passed since the morning, because I've been up early, man. I was up early, so the amount of time that passed, I feel like what am I trying to say? Like, it feels later than usual, but I also might just be more tired than usual. My worry is that I go home and then I'm just like, not in the, mode to get stuff done or whatever. Like, I probably just want to be as productive as I'd like to be. I could get some recordings in before people start going live tonight, because I know a couple streamers that'll probably go live later tonight. And I like just hanging out on Twitch. I like hanging out on different platforms, just watching people, YouTube and Twitch mainly, just to watch some channels. I be catching shit, man. I be seeing the noties, man. I be seeing the noties and all that. I be catching shit. So for those that dropped in, man, appreciate you guys being here for the live chat. We're just chilling. Let's chop it up for a little bit. Go home. I mean, however long it takes, man, whatever. Just go hang out outside a little bit. It's getting colder, so I've been trying to cut things short a little bit. I was supposed to do my recordings earlier today, man. I was supposed to, I had the space. Excuse me, I went over to the space and there was nothing available. It was like they were doing some renovations in all of the conference rooms and all of the meeting rooms. I was like, yeah, I can't do much, man. There's not much I can do here. And, there's nothing I can do about it. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. So, yeah. And then back to, speaking of renovations and just things being moved around, even coming down to the park on this side of the park, the amount of construction that's getting done over here, the amount of construction and the amount of things that are being moved around. It's like, what's going on, Wyatt? What's going on, Wyatt? Thank you for dropping in, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, they're moving stuff here too, because where I'm sitting right here, I don't remember if this was flipped the other way or if it was on the other side. I think on the right side, but they moved a lot of the bleachers. So I'm over here. I'm sitting on the bleachers still, don't get me wrong, but not the normal ones where like you catch me in the rain or something. So I'm just like back to this spot right here, back to the basics, back to the whatever original. I'm chilling either way, man. I can't complain, man. Also, I really gotta start wearing more layers, man. I've been mentioning this. Hopefully, I'm making it clear. I have to rock layers, my guy. Like it's getting chilly, like it's getting windy. Just in general, man. You know, when I go outside the live stream, I'm trying to up my cold endurance by just posting out here for about 30 to 40 at a time. You know what I mean? I go based off of the live interactions here, you know, whether that's being presented or not. I spilled a lot of coffee today. That's some bullshit. Damn, man. I'm about to throw on the sweatsuit tomorrow. That's some bullshit because I spilled so much coffee on my pants. I didn't even realize that. I spilled a bit on my hoodie, but I didn't realize it was hitting my leg. Pause. But yeah, man. I like it's. I don't want to stop supporting that place I go to. I just don't like the cups they give me. So like I almost have to sit down, drink the coffee, and then leave or something. You know what I mean? Because that shit, it's just like it's unacceptable, man. But I'm also wearing like all white, so that's kind of a bad thing. That's on me. You know, that's on me. I literally was thinking about I don't know if you know your boy Bangs. That's his name, your boy Bangs. If you find his YouTube channel, he got a song. He got Take You to the Movies, but he also has Take You to Starbucks. If you watch the Take You to Starbucks music video, he's wearing all white on the beach, but he's spilling hella coffee all over his shirt and his pants. But look that up, man. Anybody that's interested, I don't think a lot of people be interested in that, but I would say look that up. You know, yeah. So I've been yeah, more or less just on this grind right here, man. You know, keeping it P right here, as is. You know, as is, just like that. And it's not it hasn't been simple. You know, communications is one thing, man. I feel like vibes just be off some days, man. I be sitting there trying to get work done. I'm like, you know what, man, a lot of times I just gotta get work done. You know, I'll be avoiding some. I like there's a lot of shit that's just unnecessary to me. Like I don't need to be around everything and everyone. I'm getting to that point. You know, and normally I would have had a smoke with me. I probably I look should have brought something, but it's all right. You know, if I got time, I might do it tomorrow, but it's not necessary. So we'll see though, man. We will see. I feel like I've been spending the most money on food. That's the main thing, which is good. Going out to eat and just living life, experiencing a bit. I think some of my normal waiters, waitresses, and food spots, like a lot of the people, they're either on shift or they're not on shift all the time. So I don't get a chance to chop it up with everyone. You know, I don't get a chance to chop it up with normal people. But and it's, I will say I was talking to someone about this. Um, when the hell was who the hell was I talking to about this shit, man? It's like it was somebody earlier today, maybe. Yeah, it was my friend earlier today. I ran into him. Yeah, I ran into my friend, and I was like, you know, I think about this with food spots when I go to certain food spots. It's like I go places where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. You know, they have that saying. It sounds kind of, you know, if you never know, if you've never been on the receiving end of just being tolerated or being disrespected and profiled and whatnot, discriminated against in a fucking restaurant, like just weird shit. Like there's a spot that like my mom she took me to as a kid. I'm sure I've been there, and I go there now as an adult, and I don't necessarily get dealt with or talked to in the most positive way. But it's also like they're a little standoffish. I get it, but sometimes I'd be wondering, like, man, what's really going through Brez's mind right now? Like, he can't really speak to anybody unless he speaks to him in a certain way. I'm just like, I get it, I get it. You know, people like to hide behind, oh, I don't speak English that well, and I'm like, listen, man, I understand the jokes, man, but I understand what you're trying to do, like. You know, there's like students nearby. There's like high school kids and college kids nearby or whatever the fuck. And they come by and get some food. I was like, I understand if you're joking with them, man, but I come in here respectfully all the time, bro. I'll be honest with you. And that's how I feel with a lot of these places and spots. Like I understand some people's comfortability. They want to be able to joke with you, but I'm like, hey, man, I just want to chill. I just want to see how your day is going. I understand it might be super positive. It might be uncomfortable for a lot of people. But I was like, man, yeah, I just don't take it there with me, man, because I'm gonna interpret it the wrong way. I just know me. Like, I'm gonna interpret any type of negative shit the wrong way. I need to check it right away. Like, what does that mean, man? I can't take that risk. Yeah, you having fun, but I'm not. You can't be only one person having fun here, bro. You know, it's very simple to me, man. The fun is a two-way street. You know that go. And people's idea of fun is just fucking with you, and I'm like, I don't know why you're trying to make me the example. Like, if I start doing my thing, you're not gonna be happy. If I start clowning, you're not gonna be happy. You know? Oh man, let me see something. Yeah, it'd be like that, man. People just, I don't know, man. I don't. People hit you with the "I'll call you back, I'll let you know" type of shit. And nobody let me know. I'm like, damn, all right, it's done. It's done. I get it. But I leave people where they're comfortably at. I'm getting better at that, man. It's harder here because everything seems exhausted here, man. Everything seems to have exhausted itself. All that's left. I don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you, man. I was talking to a friend about this the other day. It was through DMs though, so it's a little different. But I was like, I just don't want the seasonal depression to get to anybody, man. The more I think about it, just don't get, whatever's going on. A lot of people just kind of in their own zone right now. It's kind of and I'm ready for shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm handling my shit, but I'm ready for shit too. But it's just like, just give me some Wi-Fi. You understand? Just give me some Wi-Fi and a spot to post at. That's all I need. That's it. You know what I mean? Just catch me putting the work in at the library. That's it. That's it, bro. You're gonna see me out there, mic'd up, whatever, just making the channel stuff happen. Slowly but surely, like a year ago, around the same time, the channel wasn't where it's at, and I wasn't where I was at. And here we are, man. We back at it, bro. Yeah, man. The Truancy Hour is about to come back to this shit, though. It's about to come back full circle to this. I don't know exactly how I want to, I don't know. I don't know yet. I can't put my finger on it. Like, I don't know exactly how I want to do it, if that makes sense. Like, how I want to conduct the truancy, the future truancy, excuse me, hours. Not saying I want to avoid the lives because I got so much pre-recorded stuff, and that's what I'm saying. I'm happy I did 3 the other day because I was planning to do at least 3 today. Christmas shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Christmas activities, Christmas festive activities, and I wish there was something like that happening today for us, but we got to do our thing tomorrow. We did a little something yesterday. We're gonna have one tomorrow. We're gonna have one next week. So it's just constantly gonna be a thing, which is good. Keeping what spirit, what energy that's left alive. That's that shit, man. But communications be off, man. People be running their mouth. I'm like, man, people can, if it's really, my whole thing is like, if it's a question of me, man, just come talk to me. Just come talk to me. But that's how it's always been. People do some shit from a distance all the time. That's kind of weirdo shit. Which, you can't expect everyone to be solid. I think that's one thing I was talking to a friend of mine about was like, you're expecting everyone to be who you are. And then, like, there's a way that you would have handled it and maybe approached it or talked to somebody a certain way, but it don't work that way. You know what I mean? I mean, there was a time period where I was overly honest. I had a friend, he had an ex, and I just asked him about his ex. I was like, damn, man, would you care if I smashed her? I'm just telling, like, every time I kick it with her, I don't know, woo, 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 woo. He was like, yeah, you might not even be her type, but I wouldn't care. I just had to ask him, and he let me know. But some people go through shit like that, and they're not able to kind of tap into that honesty, which is fair. But again, I used to judge people based off of that, but I was like, you can't expect them to be as honest as you are. Because the thing is, those same people are not prepared for the consequences that come with being that honest. You know what I mean? Like, a friend, a lot of friends of mine is like, they can't, I'm not gonna say they can't fight, like, they're willing to fight, but they're not like trained to fight, so they don't walk around with that mentality. And like, I don't do it on some bullying shit, but I just don't want to lie to people. But even with that being said, you can't expect people to be who you are. You know what I mean? You can't even hate people for that. If they did you wrong, man, it's like you got to ask yourself, like, how deep was the intention of what they did? It's worth forgiving them one time because it's like, all right, I'll forgive you one time, but at some point you kind of playing me. You know what I mean? Right or wrong, you playing me. Some people, as soft as they are, they only respect violence, which is fucked up. They find a way to get around people because all they've ever been dealt with is in a very violent, if not like mean way. So if no one's dealing with them in a violent, mean way, they don't know how to respect people, which is, it's sad because it's like you can't even respect people who are just like you, essentially. And that happens, man, where like I just find like-minded people, but at this point, I end up just surrounded by people with either a deep sense of wisdom or a deep sense of like needing to get away from the craziness, the fuckery of all this, all the et cetera is happening. So I think about that sometimes, man. You know. But yeah, man, and currently we're still living in Seattle, so it's like until the scenery changes, until the whatever happens next happens, just until then, it's like whether, like, I'll give an example. So I'm like right here, we're on 25th, so we're out here on 25th or whatever. Um, oh boy. Anyway, gotta watch the dogs, man. Let them dogs run out the house. That's crazy. Dude almost got hit by a car too. Anyway, ain't my fucking business. Living in Seattle still, man. You looking over yonder. I took a pic. The picture for this was the sun setting behind the hills, but also like other side of the school. So there's like a little house over there. So it's setting to the west. The sun is setting right now, and it's one of the it's just one of them, like it's close to 4 o'clock. So it's like, all right, it's close to 4 right now. The sun's about to set. It's getting dark early. You know what I mean? It's getting dark early. But the point I'm making is like, because we have so many hills at different angles, depending on where you're standing at, right? I can go look west. I can look east. I might see an incline. I might see it flat for a minute. I might be able to look across certain streets or whatever. I might have to go to a certain hill just to look down at something. I might have to go sit a little lower just to look up at a certain hill with a certain building there. And the thing is, like, every little spot, I've been everywhere, man, at least in my section, in my area. So it's like, it's really interesting how that play out, man. Game time, what's going on? What's going on, man? He said, what's up? It's been a while, man. Yeah, I mean, when I get a chance, whenever I get a chance, number one, hey, I appreciate you, Britt. I appreciate your game time. Appreciate you tapping in, Britt. It's getting cold and chilly out here, man. The wind has been blowing for like the past day and a half. Yeah, it's been blowing the whole week. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Since Sunday till like yesterday night before, and then right now, it's just been, winds have been blowing, picking up, bruh. It's getting crazy. It's getting a little crazy. It's getting real chilly, if anything. Game time, how you doing over there, man? I'm assuming you guys got better weather where you're at than what we got right here. But nah, man, it doesn't matter where I'm sitting at. I could be high, low. I'm just able to look down at any horizon or spot in Seattle, more or less, and I'm able to kind of just reminisce. Like I reminisce. I'm like, yeah, I've been up there. I remember them days when I was over here. I remember when I'd be down here looking at the top of the hill, like I need to walk up the hill, get over there, live a little, experience a little, talk to somebody, pick up something, carry something, deliver a message, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Like everything got a memory here, man, whether people wanted you involved or not. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, people don't want you involved at all. They stay to their own. It's crazy, man. I think about this a lot, where it's like, you try to partner up, click up with certain individuals, for lack of a better term. You're trying to partner up, click up with certain individuals and get that business right, get that whatever whoop-de-wop right. And they rather stick with with who and what they know, if that makes sense, man. They rather stick to who and what they know, and I can't get mad at that. Who am I to knock that? But how the way shit plays out in the long run, man, all the people just end up shooting at each other in the long run, man. All the people start doing each other dirty, scraping money off the edge, you know what I'm saying, off the top, just doing each other wrong. So it's just like, damn, man, y'all could have had me around as an asset, as something to just keep people a little more accountable. But it's like, you got to jump through all these hoops and fire just to prove yourself. And it's like, I ain't got time to be doing no circus acts for no individuals on some ignorant shit. Motherfuckers be doing circus acts for an ignorant audience. Some motherfuckers ain't even here to pay. They can't even pay you for that shit. So you might as well take it elsewhere. You understand? You might as well take it to the YouTube. You might as well take it to the social media. You might as well expand it in different spots and areas and regions. You start expanding, man. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in different little pockets. Put it in different spots and spaces. That's what I be thinking about sometimes. People be asking me about social media. I'm like, I'm not on it, man. The homie was asking me about IG today. He's, I don't know if you've seen it on IG. I said, I don't even use it. I remade it just so I can reclaim my name, and I don't even use that shit. Shit funny as hell. I don't even use it, bro. I got time to be looking at that. You know what I'm saying? Spending like half an hour to an hour at a time just looking at my phone, getting distracted by some shit. Like I ain't got time for that. Some people do it all day, man. I gotta create something, man. I gotta live a little though. I wanna, I don't want to be the guy watching anime by myself and shit. But you got people to talk to about it. Like I'm not interested in the mainstream shit. That's just how it go. It's cold and chilly here too. What? It's 8 p.m. and rainy. Oh, so you guys get like the tropical storms, but it's still chilly over there. I don't think it's as cold as over here, but I understand the feeling. If it's getting chilly and rainy, man. Listen, man, chilly and rainy is chilly and rainy anywhere. But like if you start going to like the humid countries and shit, I feel like it's humid over there. I could be wrong. Them little humid spots. Once you start getting rain, that's just like a blessing. You're like, bro, it's so fucking hot today. I need it to rain for a little bit. Some people look forward to that. You know, get the just take your shirt off or whatever. Pause. Just take that off. Just and then get wet. Pause because from the rain. Just cool off for a little bit. Things like that, man. But that's where I'm at, man. I'm tapping into a whole different, I'm saying, mindset right now. In due time, we'll get there. Get to where I need to go, man. I'm just, had these dreams and thoughts back in like '07 type shit, man. Your boy was still training and doing amateur boxing. Like things were on the up and up. And then, I think about this sometimes because shout out to my guy Arnie. I was chopping it up with this bro down on the. He works at the the spot. So we're just chopping it up about life. I don't want to put him on blast and dox him, but chopped it up with him. He was talking about getting back into boxing. We're just reminiscing on boxing days, and I started thinking to myself too when I walked down the street this direction. I really started thinking to myself like, hey, where did things go wrong with me? And what's the definition? How are we defining wrong right now? Like, how are we going to define that? So I really started thinking about it. I was like, honestly, man, I don't want to compare notes. I just want to be more accountable for myself. But I will say, like, yeah, there was a time period, like, yeah, I pretty much, one was got the girlfriend. So I was doing the girlfriend stuff. But, people forget I stopped boxing before that. I pretty much was just hanging out with the homies. We were just hanging out, just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I swear to God, like every day that summer in 8th grade, like I was just kicking it. Every now and again, I'd drop in on the gym, whatever. And, my coaches said some shit like, some time away from the gym would do you some good. And that time away from the gym was good. But at the same time, I realized like, yo, I ain't never lived, man. And then they're like, you probably should live life as a kid. You've been in the gym for how many years straight? Like a year and a, no, 2 years straight. I was just in the gym. Like you haven't really done, what I'm saying? When you're not here, you're at the other gym. You're just working out all the time. You're doing 2-a-days and shit. You're just working out. You're just, you're consistently putting the work in and then you're resting in between. But it's like you need a more balance of just getting more rest in as much as you have the energy. So they even advocated that I just go live like a kid. And like I thought about it. I was like, yo, I ain't lived so much that it was just the best feeling in the world, man. Just hanging out with friends, just spending time in the summer, going to people's houses, kicking it, learning about new music, playing some shit on YouTube, watching music videos, just playing video games, just living life as a kid who's supposed to be a middle schooler, rather than trying to be this. I was pretending to be a young, responsible adult, man. I was growing up real fast, bro. A lot of people don't understand that. I was growing up real fast. For whatever reason, I just felt like I had to take care of shit because there was so much tragic shit consistently happening. So I really thought about it. I was like, that call and response, where it's like, if you don't have the balance, man, you end up tipping one way more than the other. Real extreme. And that's just been a story of my life, my guy. I've been sitting there just tipping, towards a life and shit like that. And I always go back and forth where like, that's my worries. Like if I let off the gas right now with all these creations that I'm doing right now, if I let off the gas, I feel like I'm going to lose momentum or whatever. And I have to keep the momentum going. I can't stop. Because I've been there before where it's just like, I just lost momentum. You see me find the balance here. You see me find the balance of it's a day off. I'm chilling outside. Just put on the phone, put on the live stream, and we make this happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just make it happen. This is some chill shit. This doesn't require nothing. It's just talking. It's just chatting it up. It's therapy for free out loud. I get a chance to hear myself. I get a chance to be held accountable for something I might have said. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. But YouTube is so toxic, man. People be entertained by the ignorant shit I got to say, man. So I don't know if it really helps or hurts. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't tell you. I wish I could tell you, but I couldn't. So it's funny like that, man. But I really started thinking about it, man. I really started thinking about it. Started doing the math on all this stuff. Yo, where them kids come from? That's crazy as hell. Okay, that's crazy. I don't even know if they're about to play some games. I'm about to dip. I ain't trying to be around, But no, it's. I thought about it. just Wyatt and game time. I thought about it a little bit. I was like, yeah, just living a life, man. That's really what took me away from it. It was like the fact that I was doing so much of one thing and not the other. And all I've ever did since then, man, is just kind of find the balance of everything. You know what I mean? We went deep with the organizing stuff, got deep in that, realized like, the possibilities of going deeper and deeper knowledge and tapping into that. But then when you start getting into it, some people are kind of just there on some like, this is what I do outside of work, or this is what I do outside of school kind of activities. You know what I mean? So people do things like that. How's it going? People do that thing basically. It's like it's a RC car. I don't know if you can hear it. If anyone can hear it, there's no one really in the chat right now, but anyone here from the playback, excuse me. It's just a remote control car. If you're wondering what the sound was, but what was I gonna say? Oh shit, what was I talking about? Yeah, man, I've just refined it. Whether it was the organizing side of things, the music side of things, I constantly just find myself delving into it a lot more, and a lot more often. You know what I mean? Just like going deep into it, really learning, about it, and really just like getting deep into the weeds of being a student, like a true student of each thing, each art, each practice. And even with this too, it's a little more self-taught. You hear all these tips and tricks from other creators, if you will, content people, if you will. But the thing about that is like there has to be a point where I'm flipping it and doing my own thing with it. I'm trying to keep it as raw and uncut and as unprofessional as possible. And it has its benefits as much as it has its cons. But I think about that sometimes where I'm like, okay, no matter what I've done, like I've just never found the balance of stuff. But anyway, I say all this to say, like, I think I said it in the last stream. I was talking to my friend and I was like, yeah, I don't have that balance, or I haven't been keeping up with any shows, no cartoons, no none of that. But I feel like if I spend all them hours watching that shit, it's time being taken away. But I also need the inspiration because I have my own stories and stuff that I want to write. I want them to be adapted as some form of manga and anime as well, or a comic or whatever. So I got to get back to talking to my cousin about that. Just putting the time back into that, man. But I don't need to stream everything. You know what I mean? The cozy moon streams, excuse me. They don't take precedence. They're not like a priority basically, and like everything else is kind of just extracurricular killing time before the next game comes out. If you have a time, I'm playing the new one right now, like Octopath, but before DQ7 comes out, that's like March. So that I have a big time frame to just get some work done. And who's to say I can't balance it out? So it's just a lot of shit, man. It's just a lot of shit to really consider. But I've been I don't know if it helps, but I've been doing Duolingo. You know what I'm saying? I need to do that before I sign up for the classes, man. I gotta find out about them classes, get them classes and get that going. And then from there, just really, buckle down. I just really buckle down and get the hell out of here. The longer I wait, the farther shit gets away from me. And it's like, if I can actually get like a learning visa, there's like a student learning visa where you just be out there for, I think they said anywhere from like 3 to 6 months, even as far as a year, if they allow it, to get them year visas for being a student. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do that. You understand? I'm willing to do that. So that's where I'm at with this, man. So yeah, buddy. Scoping that thing, man. Oh yeah, my bad. Let me check this. Yeah, it's still not. Let me know if the connection's still good. But yeah, I was because I had called someone before I left. I don't know why I spent so much time there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent like I don't remember what time I got there. It was right before 12 or like a little after 12. But I chopped it up with my friend for like 50 minutes, 50 minutes. And we chopped it up. And then I went inside the conference room and I'm like, there's nothing I can do here, man. It's just like Christmas decorations. So I was like, ugh. So I chilled out for a second. I made some calls and it was just like, I'm killing time, man. I'm over here spending time with people that don't want to spend time with me. They never take the time to do the whatever first. And if they did, it was some negative shit. And it's just like, I'm really starting to like scope this more and more. So I'm like, yo, I'm giving my time to the wrong people, man. All the time. Waste of time. So that's why like I'm kind of okay with just like ducking off, man. But anyway, I started to say like I got books to read, I got manga to read, so I'm gonna make that happen. Yeah, let me put this shit away. Hold on. We got books to read, we got manga to read. So let's make it happen. That's the cool thing too, man. When I left the house with the or sorry, when I got the water bottles for the house, it was a good thing because like the thing about that was I'm just been reusing the same water bottle the whole day. Like I chugged it like 3 times and I refilled it at the little filter. So it's like I'm saving hella money just doing that. And it helps, honestly. You know, it kind of helps. Damn, what the hell? I got the crazy graffiti on a porta potty of all things. They don't even lock that shit. I was wondering about that because the you know, no offense to bro, but how's it going? The homeless dude was up in there camping for a second. I think last time I was there, I kept hearing shit. I was like, what am I hearing? And dude was just camping behind me inside the porta potty of all places. I mean, no judgment. You gotta stay warm. That's a fucked up. You know, you gotta stay warm, but goddamn, you know, I'll be losing connection though, man. I'm surprised that the background is this bright because you know you barely like. I'm telling you, man, I'll be indoors at the. Hold on, what time is it? I very well could go up the street, bro. I might have to do that. Knock out an hour or whatever before they close around 6 or something. I don't know if I'm trying to do all that right now. You know, I literally wasted bus fare because I just wanted to go up the hill, like save my body some stress. It ain't even that far, but I need to get back to just walking up the hill, man. My legs be fucked up. I really think I'm about to just head home and just record this shit so that way I can focus on my RPGs, man. It's really come to that point, man. It's really come to that point, man. Car's got to stop. Okay, I'm good. The car's got to stop. But yeah, it's got to that point, bro. Like I got to just, you know, knock the shit out. So, second, man. And it's fucking cold, man. Nah. I wonder if they're doing a thing over here. You got the instruments and whatnot going on. Might be performing tonight. But yeah. No, I really just gotta focus, man. It's like I said, you know, I'm working 2 to 3 days a week, man. On a good week, I'm getting 3 days. And you know, it's funny enough, on another good week, I'm getting 2 days. I just ain't getting paid, which is kind of funny, you know. So it's kind of how's it going? And it's really interesting, man, because it's like I'm not getting the paid time, but then at the same time, I have like more time to do what I want to do or what I need to do. How's it going? I'm gonna see what the science is. Pay what you can. So thrift. Okay, so like a community thrift thing. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I remember I think one time I ran into a friend of mine. I ran into this dude. He was doing on, but it was like for a LGBTQ um, clothes drive kind of thing, like a free clothes for them or something. So just donations or whatever. So he went over there to get some shit, and I happened to go by because I was with a friend to get clothes. And again, well, so the point I'm making is I ran into another friend who's out there, and we went and grabbed chow mein. I just remember that day vividly. I was like, bro, I'm about to get some chow mein. Let's go. And we just went together, went out there, chopped it up. You know me, I'll be talking shit all the time. That was a cool ass day, man. I gotta tap in with bro, make sure he's doing all right. You know, I think a lot of people just been indoors. You know, a lot of people just keeping themselves indoors and protecting their energy, which I think is fair, man. Like I gotta respect it. It just, excuse me, it bothers me because I'm so used to coming from a time and a space where like everything was just outside, man. It's like you just go outside and talk to somebody. If it's really a problem, man, let them problems, whatever. You don't let it persist, but you know, you try to take care of it as much as possible, man. But some people just want to beef, man. All the people who wanted to beef, man, they ain't doing too good. Some of them are doing better, don't get me wrong. Some of them are doing better, but a lot of them are not doing too good. And it's like I don't know, man. God bless them. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, how's it going? I don't know, man. I wish him the best, really, but I just can't cave into that shit, man. Shout out to my friend. I don't know if they're gonna drop in. They might have dropped in already, but they got a new car, and I was just like, yeah, man, keep doing your thing, because I got to go out to do the at least some weekly something in the community before I just sit there and I don't know. I can't, if I'm in the side for too long, man, I get fucking sad. Like I ain't doing shit or nobody trying to see me, And if that's what it is, if that's the case, that's the case. But I have to go out and do something, you know. I don't necessarily need to make a friend, but I gotta talk to somebody. I gotta, that sounds stupid, but it's like you don't get it. Like I say this all the time, you don't get it enough here, man. There's not enough. What's the word? Like warmth, just in general. When I say warmth, like just simply, even like a good morning type shit. Like I think I told the story. I don't know if I said it here the other day. It might have just been a pre-recording, but you can't even say good morning to certain people without them tripping. I was like, damn, we just trying to say good morning, get some input, get some feedback, with some work stuff, some transit stuff, whatever it is. And then it's just like, dude, yeah, I keep thinking back to what my friend said. Shout out to my friend Kat. They said, whatever you think is going on is not happening right now. Because people get triggered and have these little trauma responses and shit. It's like, whatever you think is happening is not happening right now. It's a fucked up revelation, man. Fucked up. It really hurt me. Well, I guess it didn't hurt me. It just hurt some other people. Because these people are my friends. But when they started tripping, I was like, I can't see you the same now, man. This is something we got to deal with. We got to navigate you on some bullshit because you don't want to take care of your shit. You just want to put it on other people and hope that the managers and supervisors, whatever, you want to hope that the police authorities and things like that just take care of things for you. That's crazy to me. It ain't wrong, but it's crazy to me. I gotta keep prefacing that shit. It's not wrong. It's just different. I ain't mad at different. I just don't do. What's the word, bruh? I don't even know what it is. Hold on, let me just look at some Christmas decorations at this point. Get a better mood. You be worrying about people that ain't worried about me. Hell yeah. I fuck with this. I'm just looking at it. You see me? That's how respectful I am, bro. I ain't gonna be sitting there filming people's yards and shit. These are my neighbors, so it's like I ain't gonna be doxing and outing people like that. People know where the fuck I'm at though. Not no funny dirty shit. Just in general. In general, they know. It's known. But I'm surprised, man, because I didn't even turn on the filter, and it's pretty bright still. It's still pretty bright. Like I don't know. I think around 5 p.m. it's probably gonna be dark. But right now, hold on, let me see something. Oh shit, 4:28. So then, okay, in theory, in like 30 minutes, it'll get hella dark. That's crazy. Bro, there was one night, it might have been like a rainier kind of day. I swear to God, like 4 p.m. She was like damn near nighttime. I was like, bruh, it's happening. It's happening. And it started, wind was blowing and shit. That was crazy. One thing I'm happy about on this side is like, I think I told you guys before, you start going south of the county, or like the city's a little more south, like in them spots, it's a little more space in between. But you also have a lot of like bigger trees and shit. So some of those, man, those branches, they be flying all over the roads, the back streets, and like they don't have too many, depending on where you're at, not too many lamps. So you're just over here high beaming it, looking for you're trying to run over a giant branch or like even a whole tree that falls over. I think I told you about that half of a tree that just tipped over, almost hit the house. If the wires weren't there, I'm telling you, man, if there were no electrical wires, that tree would have went right into the house. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. But people be doing that, like you got all the windy days and shit happening in the middle of all the construction. That's what makes it wild to me. You trying to, like this, oh, I'm not gonna flip it, but big ass tree right in front of the new construction of fucking apartment. It's not even that tall. That's crazy. Like you got to work faster, man, for disaster strikes. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's that. That's that though. But yeah, I don't know how YouTube holds all this data. Hey, yeah, this like this bag, man. That shit freaked me out for a second. Hang on. It's a trash bag of like shit. The wind blew it up. I thought it was a dog lifting his head up. I'm not gonna flip cam on him. It's a model home. And you know what's funny, bro? They said shit model home, but during the blackout, I swear hella people were like camping inside. They ran out. The motherfuckers ran out. I was like, where these random white people come from? They was camping. Well, because be finding little houses and squatting in it. People trying to fuck with our windows. I'm gonna beat their ass, or they get shot. Pick one. Pick one. Do something. Listen, man, we're getting close to the crib anyway. I'll leave it right there. Anybody even in the chat, bro? Shout out to Wyatt and Game Time. Shout out to those two. Real motherfuckers dropping in, holding it down as usual. You know what it is, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I'm out.